Greetings everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Dave Selezen Hughes, and tonight we're playing the part of Selezen Lake, actually being proper roleplayer and all that, because it's Save Our Salome night, and we are on the lookout for Madame Salome on her way through, on her way to wherever she may be going, from wherever she is. So I will be in character and out of character a few times tonight. Hopefully taking part in the game as much of a story-based thing as I can, because obviously it is a story-based thing. Obviously we're all here because of Drew Wagar and his upcoming book Elite Reclamation, which will be published by Frontier Developments at some point through this year. What we're going to be doing tonight, just to fill you in if you don't know already, we're going to be hopefully escorting a rather valuable cargo in one former senator, wait a minute, let me get this right, Kahina Tionisla, is that right? Also known as Salome, who has found out some information and is trying to get that information back to the core. People are out to get her. There's a 5 million credit bounty on her head, and her friends who are backing her up also have a 2 million credit bounty on their heads as well. So people are out to get them, and people are out there to protect them as well. At the last check we had something on the order of 4,000 registered people on the Discord servers. Yeah, Raywin, I know, I'm actually not looking at them at the moment, because as streamers we're starting in a separate place. Because we don't want to give away exactly what's going on. So we'll be getting all that stuff done. I have separate chat windows. I'm using both my computers today. I have 2 sets of headphones, 2 microphones, 2 screens going. I have the Twitch chat, I have our private Discord chat thing, so I know what's actually going on with the team themselves. And I also have a streamer chat set up. Oh well, I don't have it set up, but it's been set up already, so we are all in communication with each other and we know what's going on. The only issue I have is that I've not been given any information about waypoints, so I'm not entirely sure what the route is at the moment. That may be because I'm a streamer and I'll probably give it all away by telling you guys on stream, which would be bad. So I'm trying not to give away where I actually am at the moment, hence why you're looking at my lovely ship. So yeah, it's all a bit chaotic. So, those people who are here for the first time, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you have fun. I hope it gets a little bit more fun than just looking at me sitting with them up my ass at the moment, just waiting for what's going on. I'll slip into character at some point soon, and we'll see what goes on. Just a bit of background, if you don't know sort of the sort of role-playing side of things as far as my in-game character is concerned. Selezen Lake is a member of a historical society based in the Tionisla system. His boss has sent him out to help escort Salome back and get information from her, hopefully. I have more people. I've had more people follow me in the last 2 days than I think I have in one group for the rest of my streaming career. So thank you for that, guys. Appreciate it. I think since Drew announced I was going to be streaming this on the Bodshal, thank you for following and thank you for watching. Since he announced it last Sunday, I think I've had about 40 or so Twitch follows, which in 1 week is some kind of record for me. My usual viewing figures are about 5 people, if that's any use to you. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm going to nip back into the title screen for a minute while I go and check. I'm not actually, I'm going to sit there, I'm just looking at the other screen. What I'm trying to do, it's going to be a bit kind of jerky at the minute because I'm trying to find out what's actually going on. Thank you for the follow, Xerix369. Very much appreciated. I'm going to stick the music back on. So we've got something to listen to while I'm not actually saying anything at certain points. And I'm going to turn something off because I'm sick of it interfering. Exit that. Yes. Now, one of the things about today is that I've not been streaming for a few weeks. I've had to reinitialize pretty much everything to do with the stream. New version of OBS, new version of everything I use, really. New version of the voice packs that I use. And obviously try and get things like Discord set up properly. I'm also using a lot of things at the same time, so you'll have to forgive me if the if I go a little quiet sometimes. It's possibly because I'm checking things out. I'm also going to be sort of more or less in character for some of this job, although not in the interactive sense that I would like to be, because I would like to be able to speak to the boss and obviously see what's happening here. I'm not entirely sure what the plot points are as for the location where I am in terms of the journey that's going to be taken. I know that we have some kind of things set up as far as knowing where people are going to be, but it's been a bit flaky. So I'm kind of in the dark as to how long it's going to be that I'm sitting here before something actually happens, which is the only downside to being a streamer. I think that's been done in a way so that people who are actually streaming are going to have a bit of time to get the streams online, get the streams going, get everyone sorted out, get themselves settled before people just jump in on them. And also means there's problems with I like knowing what's happening, you see. I like being in the middle of it and sort of seeing what's going on and having a plan, and I don't like not having a plan, basically. So what I'm going to have to do for the moment is I'm going to have to go and jump onto a different chat thing and have a quick word with some people. So please bear with me a second.
Activating beacon now.
I'm going to put my title screen up for a second again, people. I do apologise. I'm having to check something else out in the game. So 1 second. Oh, don't need you. I'm being a little confused here at the moment. I'm reading where they've been, but not where they're going to, so I'm kind of playing a bit catch up. Well, this is interesting so far, isn't it? Well, okay, I'm going to put things on because it does seem like things are a little bit kind of weird. I'm not entirely in the know as to what's going on, so I'm a little bit annoyed at the moment. Don't know how the other streamers are doing, I've got no way of actually checking, but the way I was led to believe, and this is something that Drew himself actually said in our private chat things, not a private between me and him, but between us all, in the inner circle as it were, was that we were supposed to be having some kind of idea of what the routes were going to be. So all I'm getting at the moment on the live chats is mysterious comments about code-named waypoints, which tells me nothing. So I'm not actually doing the things I believe I was intended to do. So what I'm going to do is going to go back into the game so it really's got something to look at as far as the ship's concerned. And I'm going to mute again, and I'm going to go try and ask a few more questions.
Jump.
Well, it's all going a bit funny. So, jump scoop till I find someone. My mission here is to chase. Give chase and try and catch her. Jump.
Jumping.
Greetings, Commander Noble Eagle. How you doing? At the minute, I'm playing catch up. Trying to find out where Salome is. F. Eridani. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
I have no idea, Calvin Ebert, whatever. I'm suddenly having a weird thought about something. Problem I've got. Ow. No, Mercy, you haven't missed anything yet. Still waiting on engagement. I apologise for the fact that it's rather quiet at the moment, but I'm actually starting to think that this may have been a mistake. I've actually moved away from where I was, and I'm actually thinking that there's some random stuff going on. We have some options invited to us as to where we can try and go. I don't know what the routes are. All I can try and do is essentially just try and follow them around the galaxy when I get reports as to where they are. So I'm reading the reports. Spelt that wrong. The mapping noise actually made a sound that was actually quite well in tune with the music that's playing at the moment. That was quite cool. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Fake news that she's dead. I don't think so. I agree with you. Target.
Lock target.
Lies, my dog, lies. It's all lies. Target.
Locking on.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
Jump.
Engaging jump.
God, they've moved again. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Locking target.
I can try and pay attention to 3 things at the same time. Come on, come on, come on. Where am I? I'm in the... Where am I? Sinuefe IJ6B27-0 system. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
No idea, Bullet. No, Lewis, I'm PC. Something on my controller somewhere that is trying to drop me at hyperspace. What the hell is going on? Drop? I didn't say drop. Tell you what, there are a lot of people around. Just hoping none of them want to kill me. There's some sparklers coming off that star there, wasn't there? Target.
Target locked.
Target.
Locking onto target.
Hello, Biff. $100 what? This is in aid of Drew Wagar's drive to finish his book. His final event is a community effort trying to get his main character from 46 Eridani to somewhere in the core. Viewer 100! Shitty death. Holy crap, now I'm having some performance anxiety. I don't think I've ever reached triple figures in my stream before, so thank you for watching, everybody.
All.
What do you mean, what? I'll what you in a minute. No, he's not. He's not streaming this evening. He said he wasn't gonna. I think, to be honest, he's having a few problems. I've just turned a wing with him, and he's just dropped out that wing, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him. But I know when I was talking to him earlier, he was saying that he was having some issues. The thing I'm kind of worried about as far as this is concerned is that we were having some concerns before about connection issues, instancing and all that kind of stuff. You know, the normal stuff. And there is this issue that although I'm kind of chasing them around, there's no guarantee I'm ever going to actually get on there. You wing people, are you listening? Are you hearing me here? Target.
Selecting target.
Yeah, everyone's jumping out. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Close galaxy map.
Leaving map.
Jump.
Engaging jump.
Jump.
Preparing for jump.
Jump.
Jumping.
There we go. Commander Tydale, I apologise if you're watching the stream and requesting a friendship there, but as I said, I'm not accepting friend requests until after this event is finished. So once we're done, I shall quite happily add you. So don't take it personally for the duration of this stream. So what's going on over here? Target.
Lock target.
Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
Baby bottle pop. Beg your pardon? Oh, that
Oh.
wasn't good. Uh-oh. We seem to have a lockup on exit of hyperspace. There we go. Phew! Oh, this is ridiculous. This is turning into something I didn't expect. It's turning into the hunt. It's the hunt for Salome rather than the actual escort mission for Salome. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Well, I feel like I should apologise, guys, because there's myself and another person are supposed to be streaming this stuff, and in the attempt to stream this stuff, we've obviously been involved with a lot of the chats going on, and we were told that we'd be part of the actual fleet. Now the fleet is flying around, and I am being told I'm not allowed to know where they are or what they're doing. So all I can do at this point is apologise and say that essentially somebody seems to have missed a memo somewhere. All I'm doing at the moment is I'm following a report essentially saying where they've been. So I'm essentially licking up their shit at this point in time. I can't say I'm entirely impressive with. So I've just had another report that they've been through a system. Well, that doesn't do me any good whatsoever. I'm supposed to be with them, not running to catch up. So by the time I get there, they've obviously gone a long time ago. Okay, let's try this. Trying to be a bit creative and think outside the box and use my initiative. Jump.
Jump.
Don't want to get salty or anything, but this is not what I was expecting. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Hey Stephen Curry, not bad, not great. Not actually managing to achieve anything I expected to achieve. I am not catching anyone, I'm not with them, I'm finding out where they've just gone. I was supposed to have some idea at some point of where everybody was going, but that apparently is not the case. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Close galaxy map.
Exiting map.
Jump. Jump.
Jump.
chase is on again. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Used to be a noise that said that the heat thing was going away, or the refueling thing was going away. That's not happening anymore. Which makes... I'm not watching the screen, I don't notice it's gone. I'm not very observant. I did say at the start of the stream I was going to do a fair bit of sort of in-character stuff, but I've not had a reason to do any in-character stuff so far because it's difficult to be in character when there's no one to be in character to, as it were. I think a lot of me sort of saying it myself in a funny accent, don't know where I am, don't know where everybody is, not entirely sure where to go next, repeatedly, isn't going to be particularly interesting for you guys. So I have made the decision to just be me for the moment until such time as I actually find what's going on. Oh, jump.
Preparing for jump.
Oh, this is pointless. Drop. Every time I start to get a couple of jumps within where she's actually going to be, I get a news report saying that she's jumped somewhere else. Or jumped from somewhere else. I'm having a conversation with some of the people from the inner circle at the moment, trying to find out what the hell's going on. Because essentially, what I'm doing at the moment is, the plan was that essentially I'm supposed to be part of the main escort, escorting Salome or her colleagues and her colleagues, whatever, through this route. And as a streamer, I was told to start in a separate location rather than the main default location. For what reason, actually, at the moment, I don't know. And so far what's happened is I've just been completely out of the loop for everything. The people that are doing the reporting on what's going on are not letting me into any more information than the general public are getting. So how I'm meant to be taking part in this, I don't know, because starting from where I've started, having been told recently that there's multiple routes, if they go through my location, then it would have been fine. But if they don't go through my location, it's not fine. In the meantime, I'm sitting in my location with my thumb up my ass, with all you guys watching, doing absolutely bugger all. Hence why I made the decision to sort of try and move out and try and find things. But what's happening now is that when I'm trying to catch up, I'm finding out where they've been, I'm trying to catch up, and as soon as I try to get to a certain area, I'm then told halfway there that they've moved on from somewhere else. And that's jumping around. And the problem is that Salome's ship has got a huge jump range on it, I would assume. I don't actually know because I'm not there. Drew was keeping the exact details of Salome's ship quiet, even to the people who were in the inner circle. All he said was that have a jump range of about 20 to 25, and you should be able to catch up if you do. Okay. So this has been designed around the engineers' upgrades and all that kind of stuff. So the issue I've got with that is if they're making long jumps, I don't know what the route is to make those long jumps with. I've got nothing to refer to. I can't target anything on screen on the stream. The only option I've really got possibly is to not do the stream and actually find out everything that's there. So I'm a bit concerned. I was trying to stream this so that you guys could watch it, and I don't think it's going particularly well. It's certainly not what I intended or planned to do, put it that way. I'm a bit stuck. I don't really want to be just jumping around in circles, which is what I seem to be doing, because every time I look at the map I'm jumping in a different direction. I'm jumping around in a big circle all the time and not really getting anywhere, and I'm never going to catch them up doing this because I've no way of tracking where they actually are. Because in order to save weight and increase the jump range, I haven't installed a scanner for the wake thing. So, suggestions on a postcard. Selezen Lake, PO Box 1, Daftworks Towers, Derby. Just going to have a go at these people again. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography. Just think of all those places. Those far, unreachable corners of the galaxy. The uncharted areas of space.
So essentially my participation in this event is more or less guesswork. Six jumps to get to the place where they were. Jump.
Engaging.
And also the main issue is that by the time that we've been reported to where they were, they've already jumped out. And then after they've jumped out, the person who's writing up these reports has had to have time to write up these reports. So, once I get to that location then, I'm at that location. There's a number of different jump points within a 25 to 30 light year radius that they've gone to. I have to hope that I pick the right direction or even the right one, and if I don't know I haven't, because if they've got a longer jump range than me, then I'm needing to jump again to find where they are. So I have no clue where they could be or where they're going to go next. The odds are stacked, I'll say that. Jump.
Jumping.
That might have been a mistake. That's fine. Chat's very quiet. Unless it's crashed. Are you all having tea or something while you're watching? I don't blame you. I wouldn't mind something, to be honest. I'm actually getting kind of hungry. Oh no, another message is coming in. I bet that means they've moved from where I'm actually heading to now. Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
Oh my god! Thank you for the follow, Winnie the Pooh Wood. Okay, so, right, galaxy map. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Right, so let's see where we are. So I'm here, I've come from over here. Right, this is where the last location was. So now, let's see where that goes. My god. So that's where we were going, and in one jump they've done that. So 100 odd light year. How the hell am I going to catch up with this? How the hell? Okay, the odds are stacked. I am not going to catch this lot up. I have no chance of catching this lot up. The only information I'm revealing to you guys at the moment as far as this stuff is concerned, that maybe shouldn't be, is sort of where they were. That's because I'm getting that information from a private operations room. The issue that I've got is that this isn't enough information for me to be able to actually do anything. So there's no way I can cope with differences of 100 light years if I'm going to try and catch this thing up, because by the time obviously that this report's been written, telling me that Salome's departed a particular location. She's probably jumped about 4 times or gone another 100 light years. So I'll just follow, basically. The one positive I can think of in this case is that I'm not getting engaged in a lot of combat, because by the time I get to where she's been, she's gone. And they've all floated off. I see, that's a tricky one, Gimsack. The thing is, I do know the location, yes. But if I go to that location and I sit there and wait, then the issue I've got is that there are people watching this stream, a lot of people, a lot more than I normally get. There's a lot of people who would then know where the location is and who could then go and tell. And what if there are spies? What if there's people who are actually watching this stream specifically to see what they can find out? Because there are people that are like that. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Well, even if we go somewhere close, it's not going to be... it would still give away roughly where the location would be. I mean, I know everybody knows that it's in the core. But the core's pretty big. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Drop. Idiot. Jump.
Engaging jump.
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 I suppose I could go back to the core. Just head back to the core and just wait for people to arrive. Then I'll be able to roughly jump in that direction once I know they're actually on their way. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
you know what? There's no way I'm going to catch them. No way I'm going to catch them at all. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Not having to scoop as much as I am. You know, I could go home. Tionisla Historical Society. Tionisla. Maybe that's where I should go. Just make my way back to there. And then, oh mind you, I should maybe go somewhere central. See, that means just giving up on the idea of being part of this thing. So everything's like down south, isn't it? Go away. Seriously. Karama 109, thank you for the follow. See, I'm here. The waypoint's here. That's where they've left not long ago. So I mean, they're on a direct line up that way. Don't know what to do. The ops officer who's doing the reporting keeps starting to type and then stops typing. Of course, the longer that person takes to type, the longer it could be before we find out what's actually just happened. Yes, I know, thank you. Just going to mute for a second. Have a chat with somebody else.
Wingman's beacon navlogged.
And the joke continues. There's another streamer that's in the operations room with me, Commander Rithwold, who's also streaming tonight. I assume his Twitch name is Rithwold. I can't obviously see what he's doing because I'm streaming as well, so I can't kind of watch the stream at the same time as streaming and trying to keep up with what's going on the chat thing. We're doing 3 things at once. So I think basically there's no point in streaming this because you guys are not going to be enjoying anything you're seeing because I'm not doing anything that's actually relevant to what's going on at all. There's no excitement, there's no participation, I can't catch up with anyone. It's just random, and the locations that I'm getting are just places where she's been and random places that are just freaking miles away from anywhere. This is the latest report. And that is 8 jumps. I think that the little wing that I've joined is falling apart. Ron Corson's arrived in Tionisla. Interesting. Interesting. Even more interesting. So Tionisla has something to do with it anyway. Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Do you know what? That, to me, well, that's a lot of jumps. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Ron Corson's in Tionisla. Word is Salome's heading there too. Interesting. That kind of answers it to me then. If Ron Corson's there, then Tionisla is going to have something to do with it. Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
So given that that's what I was going to do, thinking about doing anyway, heading back to the core, I'll do that. Because at least if Tionisla is not the place, then at least it's close, in theory. Jump.
Jumping.
I just don't know where Sereth's got that word. Because we've had a few fake news things so far today, and if that's fake news as well, then it's a masterful bit of misdirection, though. Thank you for the follow, Kick Gunner. Jump.
Engaging jump.
It's nice that people are actually still following the channel while I'm actually live. So you're obviously kind of enjoying what I'm doing, which is good. So thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, another one! Another one! Enraged Mollusk, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. Want to gather some more fuel this time. Where is Salome located now? I have no idea. Kicker, no idea at all. I just know where she's been. All I'm finding out is where she's been. Nothing to do where she's going. And even if I didn't know where she was going, I wouldn't be allowed to tell you. Buy it? Is that meant to be a loadout screen? He's saying she's dead and back at a station. Jump.
Jumping.
Jump.
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 Engaging jump.
I'm hearing various reports that Salome may be down. Hey, Misha! Misha from Uli! Another Uli-ter! Yay! It's great to see you, mate. It's been a long, long time. Wow, it's confirmed. Salome has been taken down. Wow. Oh. Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Confirmed on official channels. The feed that I was getting that was saying what was going on has now confirmed it as well, and I've just checked that I'm allowed to say so on the stream. But yeah, Salome has been taken down. If you give me a second, I'm probably at this point allowed to tell you exactly what the situation was. The Anum Claw system, Salome was taken down by bloody Harry Potter, of all people. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably allowed to say now that this guy, we've been watching this guy for a while, on the official kind of inner circle, as it were. I'm still going to head to Tionisla though. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Yeah, and he kind of turned up and was shadowing the ship, and I think what he's basically done is he's tried to pretend to be friendly to us, and then has basically just kicked us in the ass. This is the impression I'm getting. So I have a funny feeling that there's going to be some unhappy people in the inner circle in the next few minutes. Yeah, that's kind of stuff we were saying on the inner circle stuff, is that we knew he was a bit of an ass. But he was kind of siding into support, and then obviously we were kind of expecting that kind of stuff, but the thing is that Drew and us weren't really bothered about it, because either way it's an end to the story, and either way, jump.
preparing for jump.
Either way, it's a good end, because her death in the pursuit of the things that she was doing, her martyrdom basically, is still something significant. She doesn't have to live through the story. The fact that, obviously, as it says up there in me comms, Ran Corshun's arrived in Tionisla, and apparently one of the other characters has arrived there as well. Which means that essentially the mission is accomplished. The information that needed to get through is now through. It's obviously not the ending that I wanted, and it's obviously not the ending that I think Drew wanted. Because we all have a soft spot for Salome. But essentially, at this point, what I would say is I apologise. The apology I'm giving you is because obviously I've not taken part in it. I've done all this prep, kitted out a ship that's got guns for the first time in my life, or first time properly in my life, and gone to join a combat escort mission, which was important. Spent a lot of time prepping for it. I've took time off doing the RPG to do it, and I'm going to say that I shouldn't have. But
Verity, would you explain that for the commander?
oh,
As you wish. Major, a term used to describe a large circular plain. The word mare means sea. On the moon, the Maria are the smooth dark-coloured areas.
jump.
Engaging jump.
Yeah, well, I think the kind of missions were, there's 4 people trying to get through, trying to get back from 46 Eridani. 3 of those characters were being played through on the PC, including Salome, and a 4th player was being played through on the Xbox. We've been told that Sue has completed her objective. I think she was the 3rd PC person. And as it says on the top of my screen there, Ran Corshun got into Tionisla, so yeah. I'm going to say, I don't think there's a lot of point in not saying this now, but Tionisla was the destination. So whoever it was that, I'm probably going to get telling off for that, but you know what? I've not exactly been serviced particularly well by the operations team when I needed to be places, so fuck 'em. Apologies, Drew, if that's a bit bitter. I think the only person that would really have given a shit about the fact I've not even been able to take part in this thing is probably Drew. But, so yeah, I apologise to Drew for anything I may have just said that may have been inappropriate to say. But as for the rest of it, the guys in the inner circle as well, thank you for your support up until tonight. And Cornelius has obviously been quite helpful for me, quite helpful to me, trying to get me at least kind of involved. Jump. Of course, the big thing about it is obviously all the main guys from the inner circle, being part of the inner circle, are obviously very much engaged in the game and very much engaged in what was going on, because they all started in the right place. So my apologies for being a slight little bit salty at the moment, but I am a little bit angry at the fact that you guys didn't get to see what was actually going on. Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, you saw that. That was pretty cool. That I did enjoy that post, that update. I'm actually contemplating putting in the a community desalination plant. We talked about this on the inner circle after that update went live. So I might make mention of a big facility on the planet. We said we were going to do it in Tion. Community desalination plant on Tion is going to be put in the RPG somewhere if I can get time to stick it in. Jump.
Engaging jump.
That's nice. Get to go through my home system. Or the RPG's home system, just as I was talking about the RPG as well. Jump.
Engaging jump drop.
Ooh, player activity in my home system. That's nice. Compromised navigational beacon. Who's broken my system? Alliance? Conflict zone? Oh, I've got a sparkly star. They've turned it into. They've turned it into a sparkly star. Oh, what? Sorry, I'm being a bit distracted now. They've turned my white dwarf into a thing. That's a bit shit. That's not a player ship. They've all fucked off. Sons of bitches. That means I've got another fucking rewrite to do. Just if one thing would remain fucking static in this fucking game. Target.
Selecting target.
Target.
Locking onto target.
Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Locking target.
Target.
Target locked.
Drop. Mr. Trick UK, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Locking onto target.
Target.
Lock target.
Target.
Selecting target.
Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Locking target.
Target.
Target lock.
Target.
Locking target.
Target.
Locking onto target.
Hmm. Power to systems.
Power diverted to systems.
Target.
Selecting target.
Target.
Lock target.
Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Target lock.
Target.
Targeting.
Jericho vision. Some lag there, I think. Target. Target.
Selecting target.
Target. Target.
Lock target. Locking onto target.
Target.
Locking target.
I've not been told anything, by the way. I've actually just came here because I've never seen this before and I wanted to see what it was. And it turns out it might actually be related. Especially given the fact that there's fucking people everywhere. Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Target lock.
Target.
Locking on.
Some rubber banding going on even with the bloody non-player ships. Target.
Locking onto target.
Target.
Selecting target.
Target.
Lock target.
Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Target lock.
Target.
Locking target.
Target.
Selecting target.
Target.
Locking on.
Target.
Target lock.
Target.
Targeting.
Target.
Locking onto target.
Target.
Locking target.
Wow. Suddenly got busy. Target.
Lock target. Retracting cargo scoop.
Target.
Lock target.
It's alright, I'm just trying to find stuff out now. Ooh. Listening post. Interesting. Meteor system. You may remember this from the Dark Wheel. This is where one of the protagonists actually came from. It's supposed to be a cloning, a place with a cloning colony on it, or a cloned colony or something like that. Where it's where Elysia Fields came from. Who's kind of the love interest, but not a love interest, if you know what I mean. Drop. Come on, Frontier servers, don't let me down now. Just bugging up the egg tracker now. Yay! That was close. Target.
Target locked. $32.75. Okay. Jump. Jump.
Boost.
Boosting now.
Power to engines.
Power to engines.
Am I in a voice chat? No, I'm not. Not in a voice chat. I was in a voice chat earlier on, but that proved to be absolutely bloody useless. No offence to the guy that was in the voice chat with me, but we weren't being told anything. I'm not entirely sure how he did or how he got on, but yeah, it wasn't the event I hoped it would be. I hope Drew's. I've just had a few messages through from Drew saying that it was an exciting chase that we were no part of. I'm not bitter. Fucking am. Been preparing for this for weeks. I've put the RPG on hold for basically an entire day in order to take part in this, and it turned out to be rather underwhelming. This is from my perspective. I don't know how you guys feel about it watching over there, but I can't say that I've had the best of times, and I'm actually starting to think that it'd have been better not to stream it and actually just be part of the main fleet to start with, because as a streamer I was told to go and start in a separate place. I think so that we weren't giving anything away. I don't know. I don't actually know what the logic is behind it. Wait a minute, where's it gone? Drop. Target.
Locking onto target.
I don't know who this is from. Jump.
Jumping to light speed.
See you, Misha. Thanks for watching. Drop. Apparently it's supposed to be audio logs as well as graphics logs. Target.
Selecting target.
No, not you. Target.
Locking target.
Hey Garzini. Crap, it took my head off. I've got well, I don't have any coverage of the actual event. I've been here since the start, but through a series of I don't know what, I've not even been anywhere near anybody. For heaven's sake. Oh God. Salome, no, Salome has unfortunately been killed. Salome has fallen. Our colleagues have got there though, so that's something at least. Do you know what? This is actually pissing me off even more than it was before, because I haven't even got the map of the system. I know where the things are I need to find. I've got no way of finding out where they are because I haven't mapped the system. I don't have a discovery scanner to map the system with, so I'm guessing at where things are. Done that one. Let's try that one. Alright, what I'll do is I'm going to take this earplug out of my ear right now because I'm not interested in listening to what they've got to say. I've now been given access to the room that I needed to have access at the start of the fucking stream. So what I'm going to do, what they've done is they have actually posted up the contents of the listening posts. So rather than make you all watch me fly randomly around this system and do it, what I'll do is I'll read them for you. No, I won't. I'll put them on screen. So I'm just going to stop here. I'll be honest. I'm not happy. I'm thoroughly fucked off, to be honest. So what I'll do is I'll grab these images. Save image as. Shared. ED transfer. Oops. Nope.
Selecting Wingman 1.
Shut up. Three, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. 5, 2, 6, 1, 6, 2, 7, 1, and 7, 2. Voice attack I'm turning off because I'm sick of it. OBS. Right. Okay, browse. Doink. 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 Alright. So, I'll read it as well. Courtesy transmission, Ragazza 1 detected. Matches signal detected at listening posts, Ragazza 2 to 7, Ragazza log 1, 31 3, 32 75. If you just stumbled across this message, nothing of what I'm going to relate will make any sense. My advice, don't read on. Kill this holofac now, don't go looking. You really don't want to be involved, trust me. Just fly on like nothing happened. People will kill you for knowing. Sorry, I'll keep it still now. If you found this because you were led here, congratulations, you must be reasonably smart. I don't know what you were expecting, but this probably isn't it. There's no payoff, my friend, there's no money to be made. You haven't won, you may have just made things much worse for yourself. If there's any fame to be had, it is what you make of it. Perhaps some chronicler will immortalise you in the future. I put this message in the system for a reason. The old lore will tell you why. I'm not the first and I'm not the last. I'm old now and it will soon be time for another to take my place. Maybe it's her who's led you here. If she's anything like me, she'll be one feisty little lady. I hope you had fun. By now you'll have been to the hind end of space looking for, well, something. Guessing you found it. I make no apology for all your trouble. You decided to go out there, same as me. I don't know what tech you have in the future to make that voyage a little easier, but I spent years following this, trying to unravel it all, and so did many others before me. You weren't alone, suffering that boredom and loneliness in the void. Don't expect any sympathy, no one told you to go. Decide for yourself if you think it was worth it. But I figure I owe you some kind of explanation, so here it is. They've known. They've known for decades, maybe centuries. There's something out there and it's heading this way. Everything you've seen, all the wars, all the investigations, all the abductions, it's their way of getting stuff done. Getting things ready, keeping things quiet. You don't build a fleet of warships for no reason. Too many questions get asked. So you manufacture a threat. You start a phony war. You keep the populace amused with any diversion you can think of. You play powers against each other. You boom and bust the markets to tilt the economy. Anything to stop people looking at the real issues. Who are they? Don't go thinking this is the Feds or the Imps or even the Alliance. It's way beyond all that. Most of what you think you know isn't true. It's all a fabrication, woven by those who have appointed themselves the protectors of humanity. They've been keeping us all in the dark, hiding the truth, secretly prepping for a confrontation. If you're unlucky enough to stumble upon a part of it, they simply remove you. A shadowy revolution that decides what to reveal and when. But that's not all they've done. They've had all manner of contingency plans drawn up over the years. Maybe they had a premonition of failure. If you've got this far, you'll have read the old lore. You know there was a conflict with an alien race. Yes, them. You know what they were capable of in the past. Who's to say what they could do now? Our so-called protectors thought the core worlds might be overrun. Maybe we might need somewhere else to go. That's what they were looking for out there in the void. Somewhere to flee to. Somewhere to run and hide. An exodus. The dynasty plan. So they sent out ships, lots of ships, looking for Earth-like worlds in the far reaches of the galaxy. You know where, you've been there. When they had that data, they planned to kill the crews and bury the missions. Some kind of suicide pact. No one was supposed to know. Some of those poor souls managed to survive for a few years, it seems, marooned in the blackness. But none of them, he says, not having actually opened the next one, '52, 61, none of them, sorry, opened the wrong file. None of them made it home. If you're here, you've probably found what was left. But they didn't tell us plebs about this. No, not a word. They claimed it would cause riots, panic and confusion if the truth ever came out. Maybe they were right, so they lied, time and time again. But you can't lie forever. Truth is a dangerous thing. I figured someone should know the facts. Sorry, I'll do that a bit slower. I figured someone should know the facts one day, so now you have it. What you do with it is your business. Could be they've let you find this message. Maybe the time is right at last. Maybe there's nothing left to hide anymore. I don't know if I've played them or if they've played me. There's probably one last question burning in your mind. I know I'd be asking it. How do I know all this? That's simple. My memory's been shot to pieces, edited by them and by me over the years, but I finally put it back together. Most of it, anyway. Turns out I was one of them. I was part of it. I helped them do it. Somewhere along the line I had an attack of conscience. I guess they didn't take too kindly to that. Here's hoping I made a difference. R. Well, that was a basically quick way of just trying to cut down on having to wander around here all the time. And try and kind of cut down on the crap that you've all had to put up with so far on this stream. It's not been the best stream. It's not been the thing I intended it to be. I thought it was going to be a rip-roaring ride of combat, running, hiding, fighting, trying to get out the way of stuff, and it's ended up me chasing a dream. So I apologise for the slackness. Yeah, I'm not going to go on much longer with it. There's not a lot of point. The event is done. This was the ultimate goal of it, apparently, was the listening posts being populated with this information. Loop of shame. Whee! So So basically I'm going to go and finish writing the RPG now. I'm going to head back to Tionisla, which is where this whole damn thing started. Maybe one day, if Frontier let us, we'll get to put the orbital graveyard in. Hello? I want to go there. Brief and light question. Eyes are okay. This is the longest I've sat and played a game. Or this is the longest I've sat and played Elite since the eye thing happened, and I won't lie, I'm in a little bit of pain. I'm suffering a little bit. Essentially my eyes are stinging and they're very tired. I'm not actually in physical headache type pain, which is an improvement over what things used to be. If I can see things, I'm okay. I'm back at work, I'm doing everything okay at work, I'm managing to cope with the monitors at work. Can't really look at laptop screens. I mean, the biggest issue I've had tonight with this stream has been trying to look at the laptop screen with the chat on, which is huge text. But even worse is I'm using Discord in an attempt to try and keep up with what was going on, but failing miserably. And the text in that is absolutely fucking tiny, and I can barely read it as it is, so I've got to kind of stretch myself over that side. Why is it? Oh, because I'm going to pretty high, I've jumped. Idiot. Yeah, it's going to be great if they let it in. I mean, it's mentioned now. Togi was mentioned in the Galnet article that was put on about the Cobra being stolen a couple of months ago. So it's been mentioned in the game lore. It's there. So I'm hoping they'll represent it in the game at some point. That would be lovely. But obviously, you know, if they're far too busy doing things like ship kits and add-on greeblies and ship paint schemes and so on, obviously I know it's a different team. then obviously the focus on actually including content people want may not be all it is, all it's cracked up to be. So I'm sorry, I'm in a bad mood. I am really in a bad mood now. I don't think I've really done this event justice tonight. So I'm going to dock at Tionisla, or dock in the Tionisla system at this station here. And I'm going to go and drown my sorrows with beer and pizza. And I'm actually not going to bother doing any more work tonight. I was going to go do more RPG stuff, but you know what, I'm too fucked off to be bothered with it tonight. Well, I did hear I didn't get told anything. You've probably read more than I've read. There is an online chat going on now. There is a voice room where they're all talking about what happened. But I'm not in it at the moment, so I'm busy talking to you guys, because that's my priority. Is I'm a streamer. I'm not a... Well, I'm a gamer, but primarily I'm a streamer. So my priority is trying to do something that's decent for you guys and something that's good for the channel. And if I don't do that, which I don't feel like I've done tonight... Slow down. Then I feel it's been a bit of a wasted journey. This has taken planning for weeks. Absolute weeks and weeks. The connection issues, the only thing I heard about it was I got vague mumblings about technical issues on the so-called semi-public private chat on Discord, that was meant to be the informative thing in the operations room. I don't even know why it was bloody well there, because it absolutely served no purpose. The whole point I thought it was there for was for the people that were in the inner circle to be able to have communications and know what was going on. And if something went wrong, like if we did have a connection break, or we had to catch up or do whatever, then we'd end up home there. But no, it doesn't seem to have happened. So I'm a little narked. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And as such, it's ended up being a relatively boring stream. I'll stick it on YouTube anyway, because if all else fails, at least the high point of it is that we've got the transmissions at the end there, which at least shows you what it was all about and gives you some information that you might like for the lore, that you might like for the ongoing story, that maybe it may become relevant later on. And we'll leave it at that. So, yeah, I'm going to try. I want to thank people who've watched the stream tonight. There's been quite a few people on. I'm just sorry that it just went so south as quick as it could. I don't feel like I've done the first stream that quite a lot of people have probably watched of mine tonight has ended up being a bit shit. Really. But and that's why I'm angry more than anything else. Yeah. There was no point in streaming this. It was a pointless stream. I could have taken part in it, started at the place I was meant to start at, 46 Eridani, and been part of it from the start, but no, I was told that as a streamer I should go somewhere else and wait there for something, which isn't a good start to a stream anyway, hence why I tried to go away and do something else. And from what I could see from the messages, unless I was only getting part of it, the system I was actually in didn't even get visited. Now, I don't know because I moved, but I couldn't just sit there and wait for something to happen. It's a live stream, it's live, it's meant to be interesting, it's meant to have something happening. It didn't. So I took it into my own hands to make it into a stream that people could actually see something moving. But there you go. So, on short note, my apologies for it being a bit shit. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the whole Save Our Salome event as it's played out. You'll obviously hear more about it over the coming days as the people who are involved tell you more stuff, because they were there. As perhaps people who are actually streaming or recording as it happened put videos up. So check out YouTube, check out the Facebook groups, check out everything you can about Elite, check out the forums, and have a look there and see who's posted something that's actually interesting. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, or I'm just going to keep whining all night. Fucking salty tears of me all over the place again. So where's my music thing? I'm going to turn that off because we're done. Let's go back to that. So, as I said, people, I thank you for your time. Take care. Have a good week. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend if you're in Britain. And have a good one, people. Take care. Fly safe.